What's up, guys? Steve here with Deadlifts again, and I'm going to do squats and deads on the same day, although I'm not going to do deadlifts the way I normally do. I'm going to just do singles today, but I'm going to warm up with the squats, or start with the squats anyway. This is the first warm-up set here, 60 by 5. Again, happy to be back at a gym with a proper squat rack. So this is the first of the warm-up sets before moving into heavier sets. Again, this is reverse pyramid training, starting with light sets as warm-ups, and then working sets start at the hardest or highest set and work down. If you need more information on reverse pyramid training, check out my video elsewhere on the channel. Second warm-up set here is at 100 and 100 by 5. I wasn't sure how heavy to go this day, so the third set rather ended up being 140 by 5. Normally I wouldn't do 140 by 5 as a warm-up, 140 by 2 maybe, something like that, but kind of went with the flow as it happened here, and felt pretty good after a 140 by 5. Figured I could probably snatch a single at 160 and then work down from there. So I'm going to call this my first working set is 145. Not exactly a failure, but still rather difficult. And then did a single at 160. I wanted to do a single at 180, but couldn't find a proper spotter. I'll put a video up on spotting squats a little bit later. Went back to the 140s, and if you notice, I've got a new belt on. This is the Chic tapered belt style, and I'm still breaking it in, so I haven't done a review video on this belt as of yet. But so far it's been pretty decent. You know, with something that's made of leather and thick like this, it's tough to ascertain how truly effective it is before you've actually broken the belt in and you know, got it to the point where you can cinch it up to the tightness that you want. I'm having some difficulty still cinching this belt up, so I'm going to wear it through a lot of the workouts for the next month or so, just to make sure that I'm breaking it in properly. After I finished with the squats, I moved over and did the deadlifts here. Singles, and only singles, and I wanted to do this just to practice setup form. And so there's a couple of points I want to mention to you. This is just a lightweight or medium weight here at 100. And I want to show how I set up for the deadlift. So I'm going to step in to the bars just over the top of the feet. I'm going to make sure that my shins aren't right up against the bar, but are pretty darn close. As I dip down, the shin is going to touch the bar. I want to grab with the proper grip. I want to expand my belly and back to make sure it's filling up the belt, lift up my chest, and then lift with the bar right up into the shins. And again, I'm going to show a number of different angles here. Step in, make sure the feet are under the bar. As I come down, my shins are going to rest against the bar. I'm going to set up with the alternate grip. I'm going to push the belly out. I'm going to lock the back up, squeeze the shoulders back, and then lift, driving through the feet with the chest up, pushing through the heels and pushing back with the bar being pulled right up against the leg. And again, this is slightly heavier at 140. Push in so the shins are resting against the bar. Lock up the grip, push out with the belly, lock up the back, and then lift the single. Another one here, walking in, feet under the bar, and as I'm coming down, I'm going to create a little bit of torque with the hips. If my feet are close enough together, I'm not doing a sumo deadlift here, I can actually create a little bit of torque with the hips if I drive the knees out with the feet close together. 140 one more time here. Set up the alternate grip. Make sure the grip's in nice and tight. Get the shins locked up. Breathe out so that the belly's pressing up in the back against the glove. Now I want to show you against the belt. I want to show you the gloves here. These are rubberized palm workman's gloves. They work really nice. They don't support the wrist at all, but they do prevent your skin from tearing up if you've got a particularly rough knurling on the bar, or if you pick your calluses like I do. Some workman's gloves, which are pretty cheap, can save your skin and prevent the calluses from ripping too bad without assisting on the lift. Now, here's my first single at 160. Again, those gloves are great if your gym doesn't allow for chalk, as mine doesn't. So, setting up the alternate grip. I've already stepped into the bar. I'll lock up everything, push the belly out, lock up the back, and then lift up a single at 160. And you notice the little green dumbbell there. If you've got an uneven surface, it prevents the bar from rolling. I like to get the bar along the line of the crack in the tiling there. It just helps me make sure that I'm even on both sides when I'm pulling up. Set up another lift at 116, and I actually did 21 sets of singles here. I'm just going to show you up to here because the main idea is to show you how I set up for these, making sure that your feet are in the right position, you get down nice and tight with your hips, lock up the back, press out against the belt with the air, and then lift up. Now, I saw Elliot Hulse doing this one the other day, and I got curious, so I'm going to film it. I know this is the first time I've done it, so it's a little bit awkward. It's Bosu ball side rollouts, and you know, it feels like it's engaging a lot of the adductor, abductor muscles, as well as a bit of the obliques as you're rolling out with this one. And you know, you don't have to have this particular little CrossFit bar thing that they've got here at my gym, but any kind of wooden bar will do to lock your arms out. And I got curious what that was all about, so I decided I'd give it a try. So it's kind of a side step out with the Swiss ball or Bosu ball, trying to keep your body planked out as you do it. Interesting. Don't know if I'd do it again. I suppose there's something to be said for trying new things, so maybe I'll give it a try one more time. And I finished off with some 75 centimeter box jumps up onto the stage here. And these are great. They kind of work the same hinge joint movement that you're going to be using in a deadlift, but you're just doing body weight here. So I stepped a little bit out from the stage and then did a forward lunging box jump up. These are, you know, they'll get your heart going for sure, especially if you're wearing these shoes, which are the added to your finger shoes, so there's not a lot of bounce in the sole. So yeah, did 3 sets of 10 at the box jump, and just show you a couple different angles of that. Last couple sets were sets of 10, but won't show you the whole thing here. And that was it. That's what I did for my hip joint leg exercises of the day. So the squats were there for the heavier leg stimulation, and then some practice with deadlift setups. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, like and subscribe, and until next time, keep growing.